Now that we have proof that the far left and the far right are being funded by the exact same dark money, I'm going to tell you about the secret society called the Order of Nine Angels that's out of the UK that is actually the ones behind all of this. You see, in a society, you need to take out all of the extremists, whether on the far left or on the far right. That way, the government kind of keeps a close track of these people, and they know that the extremists, whether in any sense of the way in beliefs, are easily manipulated in order to do what the government needs them to do, such as false flags, because these people are emotionally charged and not all right in the head. So that way the government can perpetuate the policies that will enslave the rest of us. Let me kind of try and get this down in 3 minutes. So the Southern Poverty Law Center in the United States just got indicted on charges that they were basically money laundering people's money for funds and also paying off far-right extremists such as the KKK and the National Nazi Party and so forth. Those guys that hide their faces and they carry flags and stuff. Now, according to the research, the SPLC Center actually helped set up the Canadian Anti-Hate Network. Now, we have a group in Canada that's exactly the same, run by a Fed. Everyone in the group thinks that just because they're running their names and getting background checks, that means they're a proper group. But what's actually happening is the government is taking all of the extremists within a population, isolating them from the rest, making them even more extreme so that they can be used for future false flags, because these people are really easily manipulated and also sold a very lie and a dream. And that way they can actually enact the things that they need to enact. So this entire time, a left-leaning group was funneling this to the far right, and everyone who was a conservative was being told that they're exactly like the far right people. Now, let me just show you the paper trail here. On April 21st, 2026, the Southern Poverty Law Center was indicted by a federal grand jury in Alabama on charges of wire fraud, bank fraud, and money laundering. The indictment alleges that the organization secretly funneled over $3 million in donor funds to leaders of far-right extremist groups, including the KKK and the National Socialist Movement, between 2014 and 2023. The U.S. anti-hate group, now facing federal indictment for allegedly funneling money to extremists, didn't just operate south of the border. It helped kickstart Canada's own version. That organization, the Canadian Anti-Hate Network, went to receive hundreds of thousands in federal funding. Now, the Order of Nine Angels is a secretive, decentralized neo-Nazi satanic network founded in the UK in the 1970s. It promotes extremism, accelerationism, and violent acts, including human culling and ritualized crimes, confirming to subvert societal moral norms and replace existing civilizations with a new fascist occult order. Now, if you're seeing the similarities between the far left and the far right, it has nothing to do with political ideology. It just has to do with subverting the extremists out of a population and making them useful idiots.